Hi everyone, welcome to the Oxford AI-driven Business Transformation Executive Program. My name's Ellie Hearne, I'm head instructor, and I've served in this role for a couple of go-rounds now, and prior to that I was head instructor of the Oxford Strategic Innovation Program, also known as the middle section of this stack, but in its standalone format. I'm based in New York City. I run a small business that works on culture and strategy, because of course, culture eats strategy for breakfast. We keep that in mind throughout this program because the human element is very important. And I studied at Oxford just a few years ago, so I have some thoughts from the sort of student perspective as well. I'm very ably supported in this endeavor by Patrick Strauss. If you have yet to meet him, I'm excited for you to do so. He's our engagement tutor. He'll be holding your hand early on, challenging you as we go, and he also serves as an assessor on the program, so he'll be grading your assignments and getting to know you in that way, sort of behind the scenes too. We are joined by a whole cast of characters from Oxford and 2U. On the 2U side, we've got student support, we've got technical support. If you have any challenges, please reach out to us accordingly. If in doubt, tag Patrick and he will get you the help that you need from the person that can provide it to you. You'll also get to meet many members of Oxford faculty and the sort of broader Oxford ecosystem through the program that you'll engage with in this space, kind of just beyond the discussion forums, and during our many live calls. I would say one of the best parts of this program is the connections it provides, much like any good business school program, but also the connections that you get to the Oxford team, to faculty, to others in this ecosystem. Many remote programs don't provide that. They sort of leave you alone in the online world. We try to make it a little bit more human, a bit more engaged along the way. So I look forward to seeing many of you in those live calls. In terms of getting the most from it, yes, engage with one another, connect, join as many live calls as you can. We know time zones can be tricky, so you can also watch recordings after the fact. We also know that you probably have day jobs and families and perhaps other commitments. So we're all just doing our best to engage with it. So keep that in mind. It can be quite intimidating to be sitting where you are, but please don't be shy, don't be scared. We're here to support you in your journey as well. I would also say we are fundamentally human, and you are too. Please refrain from using AI in your assignment responses, in the discussion forums. We know you're all somewhat AI savvy, and we're all getting more AI savvy together through this program. That being said, we are humans, and we know when people are using AI in their responses, even though AI is getting better, as we'll learn about next week and beyond. That being said, we want you to walk away from this experience having learned how to critically think about these topics, having engaged really meaningfully and in a deep way with the many concepts we'll cover. So please resist the temptation. We all know how tempting it is in our day jobs as well. But for the purposes of your learning journey, strongly encourage you not to use AI chatbots to help you. If you decide to use AI, perhaps in a, let me polish my grammar, or English is my second language, so it will help me articulate my thinking in English, that's fine. Please just disclose it clearly when you submit an answer so we know what we're getting. Okay, I also want to connect dots between the different sections of the program. AI, starting next week, is a really, really robust foundation in all things artificial intelligence. The field is moving very quickly. It encompasses a lot. This program does a really nice job of providing you a grounding in all of that and prompting you to, if not have all the answers, to know which questions to ask. We'll start with the history and future potential of AI. We'll build on that. We'll learn in depth about machine learning. We'll learn about the limitations of AI and its potential pitfalls. We'll learn about areas that are really exciting, things that are maybe a bit scary, but perhaps shouldn't be, things that don't seem scary, but perhaps should be. We'll get into all of it, and then in the final module of that first section, we'll think more and more about implementation. Building on that, Section 2, the strategic innovation part of the program, will prompt you to think much more deeply and in that critical way about innovation. So moving beyond terms like disruptive, thinking about what it means not just to be innovative, which of course we will get into, but how do you manage an organization or cultivate an environment where innovation is sustained meaningful, and actually moves from this sort of idea phase into a reality and a business, case, business services. Maybe it will ultimately be disruptive, but how do you get there? How do you sustain that? That is the types of content that you'll be walking away from that middle section of the program with. But you won't be walking too far, because then we get into the executive strategy part of the program together. This is a few months from now, but to tee it up, you'll be immersed in the Oxford way of doing strategy, which I must say, as someone who studied this a few years ago and who runs their own business, this was transformational for me, for my business model, for my revenue, for how I spend my time as a solo entrepreneur. I hope it delivers that and more for you. I certainly wouldn't be surprised if it did. So we've got lots in store. We look forward to seeing you in those discussion forums, not your AI chatbot friends, but you and your ideas and insights, and of course, your questions. Please tag us. Patrick and I are here to support, and we're looking forward to getting started. Bye for now.